Hey guys, welcome back. Today I have a tutorial for you. I'm doing a tutorial on this look that I'm wearing right now. If you're interested in learning how I got this look, then please keep on watching. Today I'm going to start out with Tarte Clean Slate Poreless. This is about how much I use. And I'm going to smooth that all over my face. Where you need it to get in your pores, you just want to tap. Gets in your pores really well that way. Today I'm going to use my Diorskin Forever Foundation, which is in the color 010, which is actually the fairest color that they have. I'm going to be using 2 pumps, which looks like that. This is a really great foundation. I did a foundation routine on this, which I'll link below. I'm going to actually be applying it today with my flat kabuki brush from Sigma, which is the F80, and I'm going to spray it with a little bit of Fix Plus by MAC. And that helps the product go on more smooth and evenly. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this and buff it into my skin. This foundation gives such amazing coverage. So good. We're having a blizzard right now here in New York. It's crazy. There's about 2 feet of snow out on the ground right now. It's insane. I'm going to use my MAC Prolong Wear Concealer. My color is NC15. And I'm just going to use a tiny little pump. And I'm going to apply it with my Sigma Precision Flat Angled P88. And I'm just going to take a little bit of the concealer wherever I have a blemish. So now I'm going to take some of this concealer and go under the eyes to brighten up under there. This is one of the few concealers that can cover blemishes and go for under eye because it just doesn't look cakey at all. Bring it down to the side of my nose here. You can go ahead and use your finger too if that's what you like. I don't know, I guess I'm just too impatient to use my finger. I do have some fine lines on my forehead, so I do make sure that I set my foundation on my forehead right away, or else it could makeup can kind of settle into the fine lines. And that's just for me. If you don't want to set your makeup, you don't have to. Too Faced Prime and Poreless Skin Smoothing Priming Powder and Finishing Veil. It's really cool. It has a nice little sifter in there. So all you need is just like a tiny little amount, if you can even see that there. I'm going to take this little Real Techniques setting brush. I'm just going to swirl that in. It's this like silica based powder that just makes your pores go bye-bye. And I'm going to set my under eye area with that. And right here where I do have large pores, like right on the sides of my nose. I take another brush. This is just some e.l.f. complexion brush. And I swirl it around, tap off the excess, and then I just do a light dusting. So next for me is brows. I like to do my brows before I do my eye makeup. I know some people don't, but I like to have my face fully framed. I'm using my Brow Wiz, Anastasia Brow Wiz in Ash Blonde for this. Today is a primer. I'm going to start with Too Faced Shadow Insurance. This is just a little sample that I got a while back. Just need a tiny little bit. I'm going to smooth that all over your eyelids. A tiny little bit underneath. Okay, wait till you see how easy this is. Okay, so in the crease I'm going to start with Uninterrupted, which is this yellow ochre. This is a MAC Prolong Wear eyeshadow. And I'm just going to take a MAC no, this isn't a MAC 217. This isn't a MAC 217, this is a MAC 217 dupe by Coastal Scents, which is the 250 brush. Some on my brush, and then I'm going to bring that into the crease. And I'm going to start with this color in the crease. Now I know most makeup people will tell you like start really light on the eyeshadow, you can always build it up. But I always wind up going a little on the heavy side with this eyeshadow because I do like it heavy in the crease and then I blend it out anyway, but this is just how I do it. I know how I like the color concentration for this shadow, and this shadow is a very heavy shadow to begin with. how you want to lay this color is when your eyes are open, you want to be able to still see the color on top of the lid. So that's a good way to measure. So you just want to make sure that when your eyes are open, you can still see the color, because I really want that to show through. And then just taking a fluffy brush, this is just a Sonya Kashuk blending brush. It's like my favorite blending brush of all time. And I'm just going to blend out the top of where that eyeshadow is. I'm just going to take some cheap little dollar e.l.f. brush, and I think this is vanilla. Yeah, using a vanilla pigment, vanilla eyeshadow by MAC. We're going to use that as the highlight. Just dab a little bit onto the brush, and then right under my brow. And then you want to go back in with that blending brush and make sure that's all blended. Next, I'm just going to take a MAC 239 brush, which you can barely even read it anymore. And then I'm going to take this color called Woodwinked, which is one of my favorite gold colors from MAC. I'm going to load up the brush with Woodwinked, and then we're going to put that all over the lid. All over the lid below the crease, that is. You're going to want to go right up to where Uninterrupted has stopped. Going in with the Coastal Scents brush that I put Uninterrupted on, I'm just going to blend the edge of Woodwinked in. Now, if you like eyeshadow just on the top lid, you can go ahead and stop here. I do like to bring eyeshadow onto the bottom lid. I'm just going to take a little pencil brush, and this is a MAC 219. I'm going to take a little bit of Uninterrupted, and I'm going to bring that onto the lower lash line and meet that up with the eyeshadow on the corner. And I'm going to bring that about 2/3 of the way in. And then I'm going to have that meet up here. Going to blend it in on the corners like that. And then going back with the 239, I'm going to take a little bit more of Woodwinked, and I'm going to bring that on the first half of the eye. I'm going to drag that under the lash line. You know, because I'm a sucker for contour, I just made a snap decision. I'm going to go in with a little bit of Brown Script by MAC. And I add a tiny little bit into the crease. Just want to make it a little bit more rich. I'm just in that kind of mood. I'm going to line my eyes today with my Physicians Formula Eye Booster in Ultra Black. Okay, today we're going to use the Ardel 117s, which are these little natural lashes. Okay, you're just going to want to grab the lashes with the tweezers. You're going to put them, look down, and then put them on. So these are what the eyes look like finished. Alright, so contour today, we're going to use our Chocolate Soleil Bronzer by Too Faced and my Sigma Small Contour F05 brush. We're just going to do very, very light contouring because we really want the eyes to be the focus on this look. For blush today, we are going to use, actually a muted blush. We're going to use Gingerly by MAC. And taking this Multitask brush by Real Techniques, we're going to put some of that on the backs of our cheekbones. Just warms up the face really nice. So today for highlight, we're going to use my my NARS blush in Albatross. And this like little cheap little icing brush that I had gotten, a fan brush. I'm just going to highlight a little with that, and a little on the bridge of the nose, on the forehead, just a little bit. For my lips today, I'm going to just keep it really simple. I'm going to start with my NYX lip liner in Natural. I'm going to start off with MAC Creme de Nude, which is a beautiful nude color. And then I'm going to move over to MAC's Modesty, which is just a little bit darker. And add a little bit of that in. For a little bit, you can leave the lipstick like this, but for a little bit of shimmer, I like to add a little bit of Nonstop Glamour by Rimmel. This is a great lip gloss, and it's a beautiful peach color with a nice gold fleck in it. And I'm going to add a little bit of that right on top. To finish off, to make sure my makeup stays all day, I'm going to set it with my Urban Decay All-Nighter. And that's it. Okay guys, that's it. That's the finished look. I've really been enjoying this look lately. I think that hey Eepies, don't mind her. Okay you guys, well I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it and you'd like to see more videos like this. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!